Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick video about how I'm thinking about the work I'm doing on Bitcoin, which is obviously I'm juggling a lot of things with my role at Prospera and everything else I've got going on, but I want to be a helpful guide for you on your Bitcoin journey. And since almost all of the content I create, like these videos, I can do when I'm driving around or I can fit it in all the times where the only other thing I could really be doing is listening to a podcast or having a phone call, and then I only do these videos if I'm caught up on phone calls anyway. So anyway, but the way I think about this is I want to try to be your Sherpa to your Bitcoin experience. So going on the Bitcoin journey in some ways feels like climbing Mount Everest, which is everybody starts with lots of fear and trepidation. They're not sure how it works. They're not sure when they should buy. Should they try to sell? Should they try to time the market? Should they buy things other than Bitcoin? Everybody's got all these questions. And so it's hard to start on that journey. And so what I want to be able to do is say, look, here's how you start. You just open a Coinbase account. I'll send you free Bitcoin if you need it. Or right now, Coinbase is giving away $50 of free Bitcoin for anybody who opens a new account. So I want to go on that journey and help you understand, okay, we're going to get a Coinbase account. We're going to buy Bitcoin. We're going to sit on it. If we end up with a lot of Bitcoin, we're going to use the BitKey device to keep it more secure. There's no reason to try to ever sell it unless you really need liquidity. If you try to buy a bunch of Bitcoin, including Bitcoin that you plan to spend over the, medium to, or short to medium term, I've got all the different guides on how to do that with the Coinbase debit card. And essentially my goal is to be your one-stop shop. I love answering questions. Everything I do is for free. Nothing makes me happier than when somebody messages me on Facebook Messenger or text message. And you can always reach me by text message at 601-207-0813. That number again, 601-207-0813. You can also message me on Facebook Messenger by the same account that's recording this video. Just click message. Just make sure you're not communicating with a scammer. Make sure you're actually communicating to with the actual real account that is recording this video. Because there's obviously scammers everywhere. But anyway, I love answering questions. And part of the reason I do this is because I did not have somebody to play this role for me. And I wish I did back in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and on. If there was somebody that wanted to play this role or was attempting to play this role, I do not recall. If that somebody was you, please remind me that you were out there and I didn't take your, genius advice to buy more Bitcoin. But I don't remember anybody back in 2018, 2019, 2020 encouraging me to buy more Bitcoin, answering the questions I had. I just didn't have that. Or if I did, I completely do not remember it. And as a result, I bought, either very little or almost no Bitcoin between when I initially bought the Bitcoin in 2017 and 2018. I don't think I bought any Bitcoin in 2019 and maybe a little in 2020, but I really started ramping up when the price started taking off again in 2021 and 2022 and beyond. So I am trying to fix that problem and hopefully provide for you what I did not have, which is somebody to be here with you the whole time, to hold your hand, to answer your questions, to tell you what it feels like when Bitcoin's up, to tell you what it feels like when Bitcoin's down, to help you understand what you should or should not do, whether new information or news should make you freak out or not freak out, what major developments in the market, what impact they're likely to have on the price of Bitcoin. Anyway, I just want to be your Sherpa so that as we are going up to the highest peaks of Mount Everest together, you always know that I'm out there. I'm watching our oxygen levels. I'm watching the weather. I'm watching all of the things that you might want somebody watching if you were journeying up a mountain and down back to base camp. So Bitcoin goes up and down on its way up. That means, right now we're on a bull run that started, the week before the presidential election. Or if you go way back, I guess technically it started, way back in 2022, back when Bitcoin was below $17,000, and I started posting a lot about it on Facebook, below $17,000 per coin, and anybody could have bought it for less than $17,000 per coin. And so between $17,000 per coin and $91,000 per coin, which is where it's at right now, again, I wish for a big part of the journey before that, somebody had been my guide, and I want to be your guide to understand what's happening. Also, I want to be your guide. Hopefully, I'll still have the time that if Bitcoin goes through a major price correction at some point in 2026 or beyond, then I can also talk you through that of, hey, let's all read the bullish case for Bitcoin together. Let's all understand what the Gartner hype cycle is together. Let's understand why Bitcoin goes through a major price correction about once every 4 years and why 2026 is probably going to be that year. And let's understand why the price of Bitcoin, the lowest it will go in 2026, is probably much higher than today's current price, which means you should buy Bitcoin now and not wait for 2026. But also, it's helpful to have somebody there for you in 2026 saying, look, the fact that the price went up to $280,000 and then it dropped to $140,000, don't worry, it's going to turn right back around and go up to $500,000. And there just wasn't anybody there doing that with me back when Bitcoin was in the, mid to low single digits in price in 2018 and 2019, before it started really getting going again. But anyway, had there been somebody there saying, look, read The Bullish Case for Bitcoin by Vijay Boyapati, which I will recommend in as many videos as I can. Read The Bullish Case for Bitcoin, the book by Vijay Boyapati. It's on audible.com. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. It's on everywhere. Read that and you'll understand why the price goes up and down. So my goal is to be that Sherpa for you through the highest of the mountaintop peaks of euphoria of high prices, but also through the valleys when we got to go back to base camp for a little while in between those peaks, and it'll keep climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing all the way to $1 million per coin and beyond. And I want to be here for you to answer questions, help you understand why people feel the way they do, why they're behaving the way they are, what Bitcoin is doing, and what major developments happen. So, what do I need from you on that front? Nothing, of course, other than obviously, if you watch my content or share my content, it's all free. I do not have any intention of monetizing any of it ever. My goal is to make all of my stuff free forever and all at my own expense. Thankfully, I own enough Bitcoin that I can cover all of my own expenses related to everything I could possibly want to do with Bitcoin. So there's never a financial incentive for me to try to monetize anything because I can just pay for it out of my own pocket and just produce content for free for everyone to use. Obviously, please share the content of mine that you think is good. Tell your friends about Bitcoin. Tell them to follow me on Facebook and ask me questions. I love sharing knowledge with people about Bitcoin. So when I get messages via text message or Facebook Messenger, almost always the question someone has is something I can very easily answer for them just by sending them content I've already produced. So there's no need for you to look through 1,000 posts I've done on Facebook saying, what does Joel think about Dogecoin? What does Joel think, about Shiba Inu? What does Joel think about Ethereum? What does Joel think's going to happen in 2140 with the Bitcoin mining reward? If you have any questions about any of that, just message me. I know exactly where all those videos are. I know exactly where all those Facebook posts are. I know where all of it is, and I can find it way faster than you can. And it's just so super easy for me to go grab a couple links and paste them in a response to you, and you get all of the things you need about about Bitcoin from my Facebook page at your fingertips, because I can just go grab 3, 4, or 5 resources and send them to you. So I'm happy to be your sort of personal live AI chatbot that feeds you Joel Baumgar content that meets your needs. Happy to serve that function. It's super easy for me to do. I enjoy it. I'm also happy to answer new questions about Bitcoin. All of the best questions I end up doing Facebook Live videos about to try to get additional content out there that helps people on their Bitcoin journey. So keep the questions coming. Please share the content I put out there if you find it helpful. And just provide feedback about anything I could do that would make what I'm attempting to do by getting the word out about Bitcoin and enabling the maximum number of people to benefit from Bitcoin. Would love your feedback on how I can do that more effectively. In the meantime, I will do my best to be the best possible Sherpa for you to the top of Mount Everest, back to base camp, back to the top, however many times and however high Bitcoin goes, higher and higher each time. up to and beyond $1 million per coin, and I am there for you for that entire journey. So please leverage me accordingly, and I'm here for anything you could possibly need. Thanks everyone, and have a great day. Thanks.